Welcome back, and in one of the most important internet computer videos of the year, I was right yet again with the internet computer protocol, and the banks are involved. Now, if you've been watching my videos, we have been talking about the internet computer pretty much all 2025 and most of 2024, and this comes after, the launch of internet computer in 2021. I thought that this was a big rug pull and that there was no actual product. There was no actual technology. The team was just dumping their coins. But they have proven pretty much everybody wrong on that front because Internet Computer has been developing some of the most groundbreaking, revolutionary capabilities and technology for these decentralized networks globally, right? And we've seen the data centers increase. We've seen the involvement and participation on the Internet Computer increase. And more importantly, we've seen the artificial intelligence capabilities of the internet computer, also known as the world computer, come to life with the launch of Caffeine AI, which is a large language model that actually allows developers to just speak to the AI, right, in what they call the self-writing internet. And then the AI can create dApps or programs or websites and then actually deploy it onto the internet computer and host it on the internet computer all via the decentralized cloud network, which is the ICP ecosystem. But just a few months ago, when Caffeine AI rolled out, there was basically a conference, or what they call the World Computer Summit. And at the World Computer Summit, there were many visitors and people who were from different companies around the world. And one of the things that I did in my video was highlight some of these, including in this video called Citibank Eyes ICP. If you want to see this video, just go to my YouTube page and click the little magnifying glass and just type in Citibank, or on YouTube, just type in the Cryptoviser Citibank ICP, and you should be able to see this video. And if you haven't seen the video, go watch it because, again, a lot of speculation in that video, a lot of kind of what ifs. We discussed the scenarios, but I got a lot of people saying, Cryptoviser, Citibank would never send their employees to the Internet Computer's World Computer Summit. This guy was there on his own time. Well, that appears to not be true anymore. And it also appears that, once again, yours truly, the Cryptoviser, was correct. That Internet Computer is being eyed by the major banks. And in today's video, we're going to be exploring that and what it means for the Internet Computer. So make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel. We upload every single day of the year since 2018 to bring you the latest happening in the financial world. Sometimes we do deep dives into individual cryptos like we're doing today with Internet Computer. And sometimes we talk about the macro of the markets and what is going on in the general ecosystem of crypto. So let's get right into it. There was this video that was posted just the other day. And by the way, we're going to be really diving deep into the whole bank situation and the fact that the banks are not just interested in Internet Computer. They're really interested in all of crypto, right? But why are they interested in crypto? And why are they interested in new technological formats like what the Internet Computer is doing, kind of being a cloud compute network globally, decentralized and all of that? Why would the banks be interested? Well, just this week, right, in the middle of 2025, Citibank's chief financial officer says that banks will be an on-ramp for Bitcoin and the crypto economy, stating specifically, clients want to be multi-border and multi-assets. It's coming. And here's the deal. When I see these things, right, I say, what is my thesis? And do these tidbits of research confirm my thesis or reject my thesis? If it confirms my thesis, then I think about it a little bit deeper. If it rejects the thesis, I think about my thesis a little bit deeper to see maybe I'm missing something or maybe I'm wrong. But either way, I mean, I posted this video about a month ago. Clearly not a lot of views, and a lot of people were skeptical. Cryptoviser, Citibank is not really interested in the Internet Computer. Well, before I show you what the chief financial officer at Citibank said, let's rewind to the World Computer Summit and hear what the Citibank employee said about Internet Computer, why he was at the Internet Computer Conference, and then we'll hear from the Chief Financial Officer, which in my view proves that Citibank actually sent their employees to the World Computer Summit to see what's going on from a development perspective with the Internet Computer, which is potentially going to be the online world's computer, decentralized cloud computing network. That's what it is becoming right now. And if you guys think that the banks are just sitting aside and like, oh no, this is not that big of a deal, let me rewind and remind you that JP Morgan has been involved in Ethereum from the beginning. From the beginning, while their CEO, Jamie Dimon, goes to conferences, goes on interviews and says crypto is shit, Bitcoin is a scam, don't get involved in it. Meanwhile, JP Morgan has their own blockchain. JP Morgan has their own crypto coin. JP Morgan has been funding and funded Consensus to the tune of tens of millions of dollars, including JP Morgan gifting one of their blockchains. I forgot what the name of it was, but they gifted one of their blockchains to Consensus, which is the main developer of Ethereum. And so John Deaton, a well-known crypto advocate and lawyer, he said JP Morgan was involved in Ethereum from the beginning, never listened to what a lying mouthpiece like Jamie Dimon says. And so why are the banks involved? Well, they see crypto as a direct competition. Now, you may say Internet Computer is not really a financial ecosystem. It's more of a compute ecosystem. Granted, they can do financial things within it, but that's not really the goal, right? It's not, Internet Computer is not trying to be another Ethereum. It's trying to be more than Ethereum, more than Solana. And so why would the bank not send their employees to understand what the Internet Computer is developing? And so this is the video from the actual Internet Computer World Computer Summit. This is somebody who works at Dfinity and was interviewing, and this is the guy, Kelvin from Citibank. And I want you guys to listen and watch again, and then we'll actually go back and listen to the Chief Financial Officer. And by the way, don't forget to give this video a free thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button. We upload every single day since 2018 to bring you the latest happening in the financial world. Thumbs up are free. Subscribing is free. Crypto is never free. Let's listen in.
Hi everyone, we are at World Computer Summit 2025. I'm here now with Kelvin Ibrahim. Kelvin, can you tell more about yourself and what's your background?
Hi everyone, I'm Kelvin Ibrahim, and it's a pleasure to be here. I work at Citibank as a product manager, and aside that, I'm also an author. Recently released a book. We should all be product managers, but I'm excited to be here. The room is packed with so much going on. There's 1,001 people that I need to say hello to. There's so much innovation going on out here, but I'm most importantly here to learn and to connect and to see how we can all collaborate together.
Yes, but tell me what we can learn from you. What do you think, you mentioned the book, the product management. So what do you think, what the projects needs product managers and product management in general?
Fantastic. Thank you very much for that question, because I think being here, I've sort of found my purpose now, because aside the fact that I'm here to learn, but I'm also here to let everyone know that product managers have key components of every team. And what's the role of a product manager? A product manager is to help every team realize that there has to be a value proposition. So if you go around, a lot of people are creating so much, doing so much, there's so much innovation out there. But the most important question we're to be asking ourselves is, what's the value? What's the differentiation? What's the differentiating factor between what you're creating and what's out there? So
Now, I want you guys to think about this, right? Citibank is sending the king of product management to the World Computer Summit to go and see what they're doing, what people are building, what the projects are developing. But I think more importantly, right, if you work at a bank, do you think about this, right? Do you think one of these boomer product managers who work at these banks and been working there for 20 years, and do you think that they're going to be able to manage this new technology and the implementation from the back end into banking systems and onboarding clients? Because you guys have to understand, the banks are middlemen. They don't actually do anything. And so the banks are connecting their clients with the products and services they want. And so to do that, you have to have product managers in the middle, kind of managing the whole process. Which blockchains, which technologies, which capabilities, which features are we looking at? Which ones do we need to test? Which one, all these kind of things. And imagine you get a boomer who's been focusing on, getting people debt through loans and stuff like that, right? Whatever a traditional banker does, working 15 hours a day, no sleep. Jamie Dimon will be, fire you if you even, take a quick 15-minute break nap, you're fired. Do you think any of these boomers are going to be able to actually manage projects for companies and clients that are trying to onboard this new technology and capabilities? Or do you think it's going to be somebody like this guy, Kelvin, who is younger, more open, not, in the industry for 20 years and that's all he knows, right? Like, what do you think is going to work out more, right? In my view, they're looking for project managers, right? They're looking for the type of talent or the team talent or mindset of what they need to go and hire and then implement these capabilities and technologies. And I'm sure they're not just going to the Internet Computer Summit. I'm sure they're probably going to a lot of these conferences and seeing what things are similar, what things are different. Could you have one person managing all of these different ecosystems of blockchain, or do you need individual teams for each individual ecosystem? Because again, if you're creating the access to these products for your clients, you need to have all those systems in place, including like the technical side, the engineering side, the customer service side, the education of all the employees in the company side. Like there's a lot to roll out here for these banks when all they do is take your money and then loan it out. So to change that mindset, it takes a lot. So let's continue listening to this interview.
We need to begin to look internally, see how much the product and the initiatives and the inventions that we're creating is meeting the pain points. What are the needs of the people? It's one thing to create so much, but it's most importantly to first of all understand what is the value and what the pain point is out there before we create. So that's the conversation I'm having with everyone here. I'm like, yeah, I'm a product manager. Tell me about what you're doing and tell me about your product team as well. I need to know the research that has gone into this and what features and what innovations are you bringing to meet the pain points of the users out there.
Amazing. And you mentioned that you are from Nigeria, so I have a question. So
we're going to leave it there, but that's basically what we were just saying. And then you fast forward a few months, maybe about a month and a half, and we have this video of the Citibank chief financial officer on the firm's AI strategy and stablecoin strategy. And I want you guys to think about this, right? Cryptoviser was correct. Go watch that video, Citibank Eyes ICP, and you let me know how correct or wrong I am after watching this video. Let's listen in to the Citibank Chief Financial Officer. And by the way, also listen to the reporter tries to interject to kind of, I guess, ask another question. He wants what he's saying to be heard, and he does not stop. So this is, to me, very clear. They have been working on this. They are researching, they're investing, and probably more heavily involved than you can even imagine. Let's continue listening in.
Back and you think about Citi, and you think about our Treasury and Trade Solutions business, we're in over 90 countries with clients. We have an expansive network that enables our clients to manage their liquidity, manage their payments, manage financings and vendors, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
What clients really want is the ability to be multi-border, multi-asset, and be able to do these things 24/7 all the time.
And it sounds like a stable coin.
And our
makes
token
sense for that.
services business, our Citi token services business, enables our clients to do those things, and we're continuing to invest in that. Where stablecoin comes in is with this Genius Act. I think it creates an opportunity for us to be able to serve people who will be issuing stable coins and to have an option for those clients that we serve today.
Yeah,
whether it be
certainly.
reserving, whether it be on and off ramping, conversion from coin to cash, those are services we'll be able to provide. So we view that as an opportunity for us, but we feel very good about the competitive advantage we have with our network and with our Citi token service.
So that very clearly he laid out that this is underway. It's not like they're beginning to research this. They have the services already available for their clients. They've been building this. And so in the merging of AI, the merging of decentralized finance, the merging of stable coins, this is all part of the same thing. It's the digital economy. And the banks are situating for this. They have been situating for this. We've been talking about this, I mean, literally extensively on this channel for years now, for years. And so when I posted this video, some of it was a lot of speculation, but there was also like, there's no reason this guy would be there from Citibank, saying he's from Citibank, if Citibank didn't send him. And now we're hearing directly from the executive at Citibank that they are multi-asset, multi-border, multi-function for all of these cryptos. And he said they're well situated for that. Now, whether they're fully ready and fully deployable with whatever the technology and features they're going to be offering to clients, I don't know. But the point is, if the banks are paying attention, which they are, and we know technology is being developed, unlike any other technology in any other ecosystem, this is something that I pay attention to very, very closely. Because SWE does not have AI capabilities, right? Hyperliquid has no AI capabilities. They're not doing AI rollouts and on-chain compute and region-specific subnets and nodes to make sure that there is compliance. This is all that the internet computer is doing and continues to expand the use of. And so this is bullish, and maybe not bullish in the short term, right? But this is very, very bullish in the medium and longer term for internet computer. And forget about it from a price perspective, because again, if the value of the network is there, then the valuation of the network through their coin should be there also. Currently, we see that with internet computer, the value of the network seems to be there. But the valuation of the network, $3 billion, seems a little mismatched. A lot of this, I think, is because what internet computer is doing is different than Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, right? They have a lot of similarities, but they're doing things different. And if you look, all of the cryptos in this general like $3 billion range area, it's all the same kind of thing, right? Ondo Finance. They're a new kind of version of DeFi, but they also have institutional interest and World Liberty Finance interest and stuff like that. But it's stuck in the $3 billion range, right? I would potentially say that Ondo has more potential than Solana and SWE, but it's a lower valuation. Aptos, same thing. Near Protocol, same type of thing when it comes to the technological capabilities from back-end integration of AI. These are all in the same kind of BitTensor, same thing. Aave, same thing. These are all in the same general category of like the $2 to $5 billion range, but potentially should be much higher than a lot of these other coins here. Like the PP coin is over $5 billion, Shiba Inu over $5 billion, Bitcoin Cash, SWE, Hyperliquid, Cardano, Tron. Like a lot of these coins are high up there, but the technology and the potential integrations don't really line up. Now, will that correct at some point? I believe it will. I believe value and valuation should be on par with each other. And if they're not, well, clearly the coin is undervalued or it's overvalued, right? And by the way, it's not just me saying this, right? After I posted this video, Citibank Eyes ICP, Dominic, the founder of Internet Computer and chief scientist at Dfinity, he even said Utopia, which is kind of like a private internet computer network built on top of the internet computer, it's going to be trialed by some banks outside the US. So it's already underway. It's already underway. And by the way, Wells Fargo borrowed $200 billion in one quarter, in 90 days, just to stay afloat, just to keep their operations going. And so if the banks are starting to fail or showing cracks in their business model, which clearly they are because all they do is issue debt and collect interest, right? But if interest rates go down, it's not going to be good for the banks, right? It's really not going to be good for the banks because they may issue more debt, but they're making less money on that, right? And so that's something to keep in mind. But again, the banks are involved. JP Morgan has been involved in crypto, specifically like Ethereum and DeFi, more specifically than anything. But the other banks, they know. They know where this ecosystem is going. And the fact that we have the most pro-crypto administration ever, from the Treasury to the housing, to the SEC, to the CFTC, to the president, to the vice president, to all their advisors, they're all pro-crypto, all of them, and pro-DeFi. And so this is being implemented. And the banks, they are ready for it now. If they weren't ready, trust me, the conversation wouldn't be about implementing DeFi and crypto into the general economy. But the fact that these banks are ready for it, they're like, yeah, go for it. Go for it. We have the infrastructure already built. While we've been fudding crypto for years, we're ready. And meanwhile, and by the way, Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, in the last 1 year, he sold something like $100 to $300 million worth of JP Morgan stock. Now, I personally don't think there's anything wrong with that, right? Because it is being disclosed. You do know it as a shareholder, but it's kind of like an indicator. It's like, why is JP Morgan selling shares of the company? Maybe he's just trying to cash out, which is totally fair, right? But it could also indicate maybe the banks are a little overvalued. Because look at JP Morgan, all-time record highs in the stock price, all-time record highs. Bank of America, let's pull up Bank of America. Basically back to all-time record highs, right? I mean, maybe not all the way there. This was 2007, so keep that in mind, but we're pretty close, pretty damn close. And then let's look at Citibank, right? We were just talking about Citibank. Pull up the 5-year chart, 5-year record highs. This happened after 2008. Obviously, there was a repricing, but it was $539, went down to $20, $30. I actually know somebody who invested in Citibank after this crash. They made a lot of money. But you could see it was like sideways trading since 2008. And so 2008 was really potentially the end of the banking system, right? Because the banks are the ones that created the whole financial crisis. And for us to think that they fixed it, no, they didn't fix it. They just made it worse. And so a lot of these bank stocks, just looking at the 5 years, they're all at 5-year highs. So like, basically all-time record highs or decade highs. But meanwhile, they have direct competition that's impacting their overall business and will continue to. And so what is that going to do to their price? What is that going to do to the stocks? And so for me, when I'm looking at Internet Computer compared to all of these other cryptos, you don't see this. And I do follow a lot of these cryptos. I can't follow possibly every possible thing going on in every ecosystem, but I do follow a lot of what the banks are saying and the banks are doing. And really, Internet Computer is the only one that I've seen banks actually going to their conference and interacting and very interested. And then just a few weeks later, their chief financial officer coming out and basically saying that they're going to be the on-ramp to Bitcoin and crypto. And so how could we not be bullish on Internet Computer? How could we not believe that Internet Computer at least has the eyes and the ears of the banks? And if you guys don't think that they're implementing at some level or testing at some level, I think that's wildly underestimating where Internet Computer is and where Internet Computer is going in the future. So I definitely recommend watching this video. Let me know down below, do you agree with me that this is a clear, direct correlation from the World Computer Summit having Citibank employees there to Citibank Chief Financial Officer saying clients want to be multi-border and multi-asset and that they are ready for it? Seems bullish to me. Very exciting stuff, very interesting stuff. And once again, the Cryptoviser was right. The banks are involved. Don't forget to give this video a free thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button. Consider becoming a channel member by clicking the join button down below to learn more about becoming a channel member, or click the subscribe plus button and you can learn more. See you guys in the next video. Invest responsibly, do your own research. And for today, we'll say internet computer on.